Get that book off of her face.
Hey, everybody, welcome so much to the DBC Inc. Facebook Live. We have a special book birthday today. We are super excited because we love to release new books out into the world. Before I tell you who's here with me, throw your name over into the comments. Let us know who is here. Let us know where you are watching from, where you are celebrating this book birthday from. And first of all, let me introduce my co-host, the one, the only, the author of Be Real, the author of Cannonball In, the one and only Tara Martin.
That feels so exciting. I'm excited. Hi, friends. Welcome. We are so excited about this particular book birthday. It's super special. Welcome, David. Can't wait to dive in and let you hear from Tish and her son Tommy. It's so exciting. But
wait, do I see someone all the way from Horseheads, New York?
Yay.
Horseheads, New York. Elizabeth Boswick. What? Who's the? Look at this. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to. It looks like I'm gonna have to go extra special.
We have some fans from Tommy from California. Madeline, welcome, Madeline.
Thank you, Monica. So glad to see you here. And Nick. Oh wait, do I have to say it? We've gone international. Winnipeg, Canada.
It's his favorite phrase. And Nick, if you ever stop joining, we're going to be in a bind.
Absolutely. Oh, look who's here. I know this person knows Tish very well. Jamie.
This makes my heart so happy. So
amazing. Friends. I know Russ is in here somewhere. So Russ, where's your comments?
I saw him sneak onto the camera
earlier. We know he's here. He snuck on the camera earlier. Awesome. Well, Dave, I'll let you take over and introduce these amazing people. I think everyone knows Tish, but just in case they don't, and then they might be new to learning a little bit more about Tommy.
Absolutely. So first of all, I am joined by Make Learning Magical author Tisha Richmond, coming from Medford, Oregon.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. This is such a special day. We've been waiting for a long time.
And also Tisha's son, all the way from New York. I think you're still in New York right now, right, Tommy?
Yes, I am.
New York, Tommy Richmond. So to Tisha and Tommy, welcome so much to the show.
Thank you so much. So happy to be here.
Yeah, cool. And the reason we are here is because this is a pretty special occasion. Not only is it a new release for DBC Inc. books, but it is a project unlike any that we have ever put out before. And that it is a complete mother-son collaboration. And it was written by Tisha and illustrated amazingly by Tommy. And I have my copy in hands already, Dragon Smart. And so first of all, congratulations to both of you on the release of your new book.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I think you might, between you and my dad, I think you are the first two to have the official copy in your hands.
I see we have David here. We have Edu Eye Exam author Alicia Reyes here. Cheryl, thank you so much for joining us. We're so happy to see so many people popping into the comments. Laura is here. Oh, yours comes Tuesday. All right. Yeah, they're going to start arriving all the Monday, Tuesday. I've heard several people who have purchased it said their copies are on the way. Tommy, did you get yours, or is yours coming today maybe, or when is it coming?
Mine hopefully will come in the next 2 hours, it's looking like.
Ooh.
Not yet, but I'm still waiting.
I think the last person to get it might be the co-author Tisha Richmond.
Yeah, I probably will be the last to get it. I think mine is supposed to come on Tuesday, so we'll see.
She was probably the first to order it too.
I ordered Tommy's and mine at the same time.
We have Daily Science has joined us. Kristen, good to see you. And Donna is here. Thank you, Donna, for popping in as well. We really appreciate all of you watching. And so let's go. First of all, let's get a little bit more with the introductions. Tisha, maybe if you'll give us a little rundown of kind of like what you're doing in the world right now. And then Tommy, tell us what you're up to. And then we'll get into how this collaboration came together and what the message of this book is about.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now I am full-time consulting. I am working as a Canva learning consultant. So I support districts as they onboard Canva for education and providing that professional development and resources for those districts. And it's so fun. I get to do that globally and work with amazing districts and departments of education around the world. And then I also am the global community manager for Canva. So I get to create the content that goes out on Facebook and on X. And that has been it's been an amazing role as well. And then I just love to get to share my own Make Learning Magical message. I'm excited to begin spreading the Dragon Smart message as well, and just feel so grateful to get to just to share my passion and get to collaborate with amazing people from all over.
Yeah, very cool, Tisha. And so, Tommy, what do you got going on in New York? What brought you all the way from Medford, Oregon to New York? What do you got going on over there?
So originally, actually, my partner Grace wanted to go to Aveda to be a hairdresser, and so we flew all the way over here. We didn't visit before, but 2 days into finding an apartment here and moving here, my partner Grace went to Aveda for 9 months, just right out of the gate. And so we've been here ever since. I worked at a preschool for a little bit as an extra hand around there. And then now I've been a barista for about 2 years at the same coffee shop. So,
Nice.
And that's in Brooklyn. So not quite the same resume as my mom, but
But she might also have a couple of years on you. So
right, just a few.
I might just be a half a century old.
Hey, I think Tish wanted to be a barista at one point.
Yeah.
That is part of my story. So
It is.
sure. That might be.
I don't think we were expecting you quite to have the resume of you, the half century person on the screen. Oh,
That's good.
Whoa. Not on the book.
I said it. I called it out. It's my half century birthday and book birthday all in the same month.
Oh, see, we already have like Alicia repping the East Coast, trying to start like a little warfare, a little East Coast, West Coast.
Me too. I'm East Coast now too.
Yeah, you're East Coast, you're Eastern time zone now, living in this Cincinnati, Ohio thing.
Yeah,
all
that's
this. All right.
I'm not East Coast, but
Not coast. Yeah, that's true. Eastern time zone. All right. So this book is absolutely incredible. I have a few things to say about it, but before I say anything about it, I'm going to go and throw it first to Tish. This was initially your brainchild. Maybe you could tell us what inspired you to write this story, maybe a little something about its message, and then also kick it to what happened when you talked to Tommy about it, and maybe we can talk to Tommy about the process of making the illustrations and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been just a message and a story that has been on my mind for a long, long time. It is one of those things that I knew that I wanted to share out at some point, but I just really didn't know what form it was going to take. I really didn't, in my mind, think it was going to be a children's book. I just knew that somehow, whether it was a session, whether it was a blog post, whatever, like I wanted to speak to this idea that so often kids go through school and they might just not fit the system. And maybe they are not the test takers. Maybe they don't feel like they're not the straight A students, right? They have a really hard time feeling like they're able to achieve academically, and yet they're brilliant. And they go through school kind of with this idea, well, I'm not smart. You know, these kids are smart, but I'm not smart. And I really wanted to share this message because, you know, in all the years that I have taught, have seen so many kids that fit into that, right? Where they are brilliant, and I've seen all of the ways that they're brilliant, but in their mind, they don't feel like they're smart. And I know as Tommy's mom that he struggled in school as well. And all the way going through school, I saw all of the ways that he was brilliant, all of the ways that he was so smart. And yet the school system didn't always point that out, right? And
like validate it.
Right. And that's not to say he didn't have amazing teachers, because he had amazing teachers throughout his school experience. But and I think too, it's really resonates with my own story, because I was that kid too. And I struggled. I didn't get the straight A's. I struggled with tests. I struggled in a lot of areas academically. And it wasn't until I was an adult that I recognized some of the ways that I was smart as well. And so this story really just, again, was just heavy on my heart for a long time. And it was actually one day about a little over a year ago that my husband, who has been in the school district for a long time, came home with a story of a parent who is talking about a student that we both had in class that we both knew was brilliant, but was, a kid that really struggled in school as well, and was talking about all of the amazing things that he was doing. And I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is the kid that I want to be able to share about. This is so many of our kids. And I came home. It was within that week that I just sat down and I just wrote a story. It just came out like in rhymes. And I remember that night, it was pretty late for me. It was probably like 9:00 my time. And I knew Tommy was on the East Coast. And I called him or texted him. And I said, hey, Tommy, can I read you this story? He's like, Mom, I'm in bed. Can you call me tomorrow? I'm like, sure, I can do that. And so I remember calling him in the morning. I remember exactly where I was sitting in the house, and I asked him if I could read him the story. And I don't know, Tommy, do you want to kind of take it from there?
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's pause there and then ask Tom. So Tommy, is this all ring a bell? Like, can you remember that phone call?
Yeah, absolutely. Because if I'm remembering correctly, it was one of the only days that I didn't open for work the next day. So I couldn't talk at night, but I had a little bit of time before work, and it was kind of a slow day. I was feeling tired, wasn't wanting to go, all that stuff. And then I talked to my mom. She had this really cool idea, really thoughtful opportunity for me. And yeah, it immediately made me so excited. I was ready to go to work and everything like that. I just had ideas immediately and wanted to get all of it on paper and talk the logistics of it.
And so, just to be clear, although certainly you had exercised your artistic abilities in all sorts of different ways up to this point, and like fashion, all sorts of stuff, right? Drawings. You had, up to this moment, you had never done book illustrations. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I had done some renderings and stuff like that before, and drawings of clothes that I wanted to design and things like that, but I was kind of skeptical at first because I'd never drawn a character before. So I wasn't, even though the story fit me, I didn't want to disappoint when it came to the illustrations, because it was a big task and I'd never tried anything like that before. But yeah, it ended up working out good.
So let's talk about these illustrations. And so I think one of the coolest things about this book is the fact that, because you were coming to it, first of all, from the standpoint of someone who wasn't doing illustrations already, and because you weren't a part of the industry, and because of your age and all that, the illustrations have just a very super cool, like modern feel. Like if you, this is the character that you came up with as the lead character. That is Tommy the Dragon right there, which is super cool. And that's the styling of all of the different characters inside the book, so everyone can kind of see there.
So why did I want to ask him a question, Dave, before you go on?
For sure, go ahead.
Did you decide to design Tommy the Dragon like he is?
So I originally drew, I still have them somewhere on my iPad, but I drew the first dragon that I kind of had in mind. I knew that I wanted to have like a bow tie and some sort of socks, just because, as my mom knows, I went through many phases. I loved bow ties for a long time, and I had a huge sock collection for the longest time. So those were two things that I really remember about my personal style that I wanted to incorporate into it. But the first two drawings both had a bow tie and different socks, but did not turn out nearly as good as the final draft did. So I was really stressed about that for a little bit, but that was the third one that we landed on. And I kind of liked the more boxy feel. Yeah, I don't know exactly about the style. It just kind of happened. I started with the bow tie, and then built around that, and that's just the shape and silhouette I came out with. But
and as you know, when you first sent the first renderings of the characters to us, like the first, I think I might have said it to you or Tish, I'm not sure, maybe both of you, but the first thing I thought to myself was, oh my God, I could see like cards like this. I could see plushes like this. I could see like these things look like so cool that you would want to have like an actual physical one even. And I think that's like, and I wanted to show one of everyone who's looked at the book so far, one of their favorite pages, I want to give like a little preview of. And so the concept is this whole idea that sometimes kids feel beat down by tests at school, like maybe they don't perform well at tests. And they're this, like when the test comes, they kind of freeze up and the test beats them up a little bit. And then this is the page right here with the test, with the rulers sticking up on the arms and like in the boxing ring, and Tommy the dragon being knocked out by the test. Such a cool, everyone who's looked at the book has pointed out something about that page. I love it. What brought you that idea? Was that like did that come to you right away, or were you struggling to think about the words and come up with a way to illustrate that, or how did that come to you?
That one came, I think, as one of the easiest, because that is quite literally how I felt whenever there was a test going through school. I would also, as my mom knows very well, I would dread the whole week leading up to it. I would study, I would try everything I could, but I just didn't feel like I would do good on the tests. And I was, just like many people I know, so anxious about testing and getting picked on or in trouble or anything like that for a low test score, and maybe even fail the class, which was like the biggest fear at the time.
Yeah.
So that's exactly how I felt. I'd be super stressed out and feel like the test was beating me down. So that one came to me right away.
I feel like I could tell that one probably came to you right away, because even when we first started flipping through the first pieces of illustration, the first set of illustrations, I'm like, whoa, I can feel this page. Like, and I feel like it's the same when an author writes so passionately, and your art and your dragon smart, it just really pulls the reader in on that page, and really multiple pages. You can just feel it. But that one particularly, my boy also, Caleb, it's funny when I told him about this story, I just told him about like, hey, Tommy's writing a book. He loves you. And he's like,
I love them too.
here's what it's about. And Caleb's like, that's me. I'm the dragon. He also feels that. I mean, even in his professional field, having to take his journeyman's test multiple times, just because, not because he doesn't know how to do it. He's literally leading crews, but it's just so just so scary to him.
Yeah.
I have a dragon in my house too, right? Who's brilliant and who has struggled in school. And I was just going to give kind of a little preview of some of the other pages. Like here's like a double page spread. It's absolutely gorgeous inside, to give you a sense of Tommy's artwork. And this is another, like a super cool page here.
Love that.
Inside. Lots of stuff. This is
are going to, well, all ages of humans are going to love this, but children, especially, these characters are just so cute. Tell us a little bit about the other characters too, because I know there was a time where everything was a dragon and then we switched. Tell us a little more about that.
Yeah. So originally I had I think there's a page on my iPad as well where there's about 6 or 7 different characters that are all dragons, and they were all in the stories, or in all the pages. And yeah, I had a vision as all of them as dragons for particular scenes. But yeah, then we thought it might be a cooler idea if they're different animals to showcase the dragon smart as Tommy as its own thing and their own kind of smart, you know? And so my mom wasn't sure if that was going to be stressful for me to make the different characters, but I totally saw the vision for it, came up with some characters that reminded me on certain people I know and things like that. And yeah, put them in there. And I love that's how it turned out now.
Oh my gosh, they are so cute. And the mama dragon's pretty hot.
I'm just gonna, I have to pull up. And so I have to pull up so this would be, this would be the character that would be really Tisha, I guess, in the story. And just so you can get a sense of what the mom dragon looks like, this is the mom dragon.
He's so cute. I just love her.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
So super clever illustrations. And to go a little bit back to the message of it, we're hoping that this is a phrase that picks up and takes off. Is that you hear people use the phrase school smart, like that person is very school smart, or book smart is another way to say it, like they're very super book smart, right? Yeah. Book smart and school smart. But those aren't the only ways to be smart, right? And so all these kids who are creative and have not just creative artistically, but also just are really good at making other people feel seen and validated. And, so maybe they're socially very skilled and everyone just wants to be around them. Everyone feels better when they walk in the room, right? Everyone gets along better when they're in the room. There's all sorts of ways to be different kinds of smart. And that's what has been labeled now as, so not book smart, not school smart, but all these other ways of being smart, dragon smart. And so that's why that's the name of the book. And that's the hashtag that we're using for it, is that you have lots of kids in your family, but maybe in your school system too, in your classes. And maybe you, when you were in school, or maybe you, when you're in your life right now, you might not feel always like you're academically up at the same level as everyone else, but you can still be dragon smart. And so we just absolutely love this message and brought to life with Tommy's illustrations. And Tisha, have you been crying?
No, me?
No, she's so proud mama. So Tisha, I know that.
Wait, I think there's a Martian in the chat.
There's a Martian.
I am just, Rachel, I am just overwhelmed by, first of all.
Rachel, man, there's a Martian.
Yes.
Allergies. It's just allergies.
No, Rachel, so something about Rachel Mann, I just reached out to her today because it was a year ago this weekend that I was at Career Tech Vision conference celebrating her new release of her children's book. And so I just reached out today because it came up on my Facebook feed. Like, we're sharing the same birthday weekend for our books, which is really, really special. And
so sweet.
I just love seeing all of the comments in the chat. It just touches my heart. And just so many people saying that they have dragons in their own house and dragons in their classrooms. And I just know that this message is going to resonate with so many. And it just touches my heart to see the response. And it's definitely proud mama tears, because this has been a process. Like, this year, Tommy has worked so incredibly hard on these illustrations, and he has taught himself so much. And he has, there was never, you would think, okay, a mother-son team collaborating on a book, there's bound to be arguments, right? There was not one time that we came back, that either the editing team came back or I said, hey, Tommy, I think this might need to be fixed or changed or whatever, revised, that he pushed back. He took all of that, all of the suggestions, and with such, I don't know, he so well. And I'm just so proud. I just could not be more proud of Tommy and what he did to bring this book to life and to bring this story to life. And I just know that through his illustrations, he's going to touch so many lives, and just the best feeling ever.
It's so sweet.
By the way, I see this gives me a marketing idea. Maybe we should be contacting all schools that have dragon mascots.
Oh, that's really good.
Alicia, I like where you're going with this.
Yeah. I love what Russ had to say too about this being one of the best project-based learning experiences ever. And I think it's so true. This is Tommy, what you just did is, that's real learning out there, right? Somebody's like, hey, you want to do this? And it taps into your passion, and you're like, I don't know if I exactly know how, but hey, there's only one way to try it. It's just to get in there. And you did. Our editing team had such a lovely time working with you. They're like, they kept having to come back and tweak this, tweak that. And Tommy was just always just right on it, ready to turn it in the next day. So proud. I
think it's worth noting that, you guys see this book birthday, you see the book come out, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. And we're not going to lie and tell you this was a smooth process, right? I mean, there was some back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And that's why it's just all the more special, because like when you persevere and overcome challenges and obstacles and just like see it through all the way to the end, and then you sit there and you see something like this beautiful to come out at the other end, it's just like makes it all the more special. So yeah.
So cute. I like this. Alicia Ray's been through this. Exactly. To have, and to not take it personally and just be like, okay, let's do this. Like, I'm ready for it. So Tish, I know you have a special limited edition something for people that are getting Dragon Smart over the next little bit. I don't remember the number, but I want you to share all the deets on that, because I personally am going to be putting myself out there.
Absolutely. Well, we are so excited to see Dragon Smart out in the wild. And I just today, I got a picture from my dad with his copy of Dragon Smart. And it's just the best feeling to see Dragon Smart in the hands of other people. And so we want to encourage everybody who gets their copy of Dragon Smart to take a selfie out in the wild, wherever you are, post it on social media. And if you do, make sure you tag #Dragon Smart. And we have these limited edition.
Oh,
do you see it? Stickers. Do you see the glitter?
Oh, cute.
Little Tommy stickers are, oh, that's it. It's my dad and Tommy's grandpa with his copy of Dragon Smart. So we're going to be sending these stickers to everybody. I think we have about 50 of them. So we will be giving those to anybody who shares out on social media. Just again, whatever platform you're on, make sure that you put in #Dragon Smart and then tag us. I'm at Tish Rich on Twitter and at Tish Richmond on Instagram. Tommy is at Tommy J Richmond, right?
Yes.
And definitely tag at DBC too.
Yeah. So let's talk about this Instagram. So Tommy, I noticed that you have a pretty interesting Instagram feed there.
Yeah. Lots of content, right?
Yeah. It's
that's another new thing he's trying.
Yeah. Tommy the Dragon, kicking off the Instagram feed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not a huge social media person usually, but I was like, I'll have to revive this Instagram that I don't think I'd posted on for 6 or 7 years, and there was nothing on it, so I had to revive it for this.
And yet he had 404 followers. So I'm not
right.
With no posts.
The rest of us are trying really hard.
Everyone's like, hey,
a little bit more than that.
we know it's going to be amazing once this guy starts posting. We're just going to sit here and wait. Eventually.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel that I want to dive deeper at some point into that gap of social media, because I think it's probably extraordinarily unique for someone your age, but probably today's not the time and place. But I have all sorts of questions about that. But anyway, today we are here to celebrate Dragon Smart. Again, congratulations to Tommy. Congratulations to Tisha. Again, a mother-son combination project that just came out amazing. Not only are we excited as DBC to be associated with this because of Tommy and Tisha, but also just because the message is just so special to us, so powerful. And I think that's one of the things that you said, Tara, too, is that of course we wanted to do this book because we love Tisha and via Tisha, Tommy, but really this message is everything that DBC is all about. When you say, Tara?
Yes, everything. I mean, literally everything. And I think we have just some great things coming up, some more stuff with Dragon Smart. Tommy and Tish are going to be hosting a live webinar coming up at the end of into December. And you don't want to miss that. It's going to be talking about the two of them, not just Tish, but Tommy too, talking about how to use this book with multiple ages of students, how it can really help them to feel like they belong. And I mean, I think that's what Dave was saying. This is everything we are about at DBC Inc. is making others feel as if they belong. We want our culture and at the company to feel that way. And most of our authors will tell you that exact thing. Like it feels like a family. And we want students out there to also feel that when they walk into the learning setting. It doesn't matter what kind of smart they are. They all feel like they have a valuable place there. And we feel like this piece was missing in a lot of the children's books, a lot of the work that we do out in the school system. And so I'm really excited to have Dragon Smart out there. And I'm just excited to hear children saying, you know what? I'm Dragon Smart. Like, I think that would just be so exciting. I know my boy would have been one of the first little kids to be saying that. Mom, we read this book and it's me. It's literally me.
Sneak peek at that last little page there.
Beautiful. This book is so cute. But we do have a lot of things coming. We have that webinar is a big one. I think that was so cool. But there's also, they're going to be hosting some Sunday 7. I know they're going to be out. And Tish, you guys have some fun stuff coming too with some you want to advertise a little bit in case some of these area.
We have some book tour stops coming up, and I will
live ones.
What's that?
You'll have some live ones. We always do virtual ones. We have
some live tour stops coming up, and I will share a little bit about the first one, and that is going to be in Phoenix, Arizona. And just shout out to Rachel Mann because she helped me out with this location for this event. But it's going to be right across from the convention center at the Career Tech Vision. So this is a big national conference for career and technical education. And Tommy is going to be there with me. And we are going to have our very first book signing right across from the convention center. I will share out everything on social media to give you all of the details. We will have copies of Dragon Smart there. We will have some additional swag. We might even have like cupcakes or something. We'll see what we have. We'll have some kind of treat, and you'll get to meet Tommy and me if you haven't met me before. And we will do some readings of Dragon Smart as well. And so it's going to be a really great time. So I really hope if you are at the Career Tech Vision Conference, or if you were just in Phoenix, Arizona, or within driving distance, or you can fly out to see us too. And we would love to meet you.
So Donna in the chat here, Donna is in Arizona. So
good.
Yeah.
Cool. That would be cool.
I will make sure, Donna, that you get the address. I'll be sharing out everything on social media with this week with the address and all of that good stuff. So we'll make sure that you know exactly where to go.
Awesome.
All right. So listen, everyone, thank you so much for joining us to help celebrate the book release of Dragon Smart. Again, if you're using social media, use the Dragon Smart hashtag. We would really love that. We appreciate that. Tag us. Let us know what you think. Put out those book selfies when they arrive. And there's certainly someone that you know in your life probably that would be labeled as Dragon Smart, and getting this book in their hand. Like, it's holiday season. What a perfect holiday gift for anyone in your life that you know is Dragon Smart. And I'm talking adults, because I feel a lot of adults read this and will resonate with this message too, but certainly children as well. And so congratulations again to Tisha, book number 2 with DBC, and Tommy, congratulations on becoming a published book creator with your very first project, Dragon Smart.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Proud of y'all. Proud of y'all.
Thank you. Thank you so much for believing in us and for all of the support along the way. I just couldn't be more grateful and just so honored to have Dragon Smart published through Dave Burgess Consulting. And so thanks to your entire team and everybody in the chat that joined us for our celebration. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. It's just so heartwarming to see all the comments, all the love. And we hope that you love this book as much as we do.
And when you get to the end of it, look at this little picture in the back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at those. Look at that. It's so cool. All right, everybody. Again, thank you so much for spending some time with us on a Sunday. And we wish you a fantastic Thanksgiving week if you celebrate. And can't wait to see you on another Facebook Live sometime soon.
Yes. Bye, everyone. Have a good one.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, everybody.